Hey everyone, it's your girl Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my full glam routine and how to get this sunset-like eyeshadow look. So if you're ready, just keep watching. I've already cleaned and moisturized my face. The next thing I'm going to do is take my Maybelline Master Prime Blur Plus Redness Control Primer and apply that all over my face. Now I'm taking Benefit Cosmetics The POREFESSIONal to fill in my pores and to help with oil control. I like to focus this product on the places of my face that are oily, which are usually my T-zone and my chin. Now I'll be taking my NYX First Base Primer Spray and spraying that all over my face to create the base and help my makeup stay on all day. Moving on to the makeup portion, I'm going to be taking ITCOSMETICS Cream Foundation in the shade Medium and applying that all over my face. To place the product on my face, I'm going to be using a flat foundation brush. You're more than welcome to use your fingers too, but I have this brush, so why not use it? After I've placed my foundation, I'm going to be taking a buffing brush by ITCOSMETICS and I'm going to use that to press the foundation into my face and blend it all in. Be sure you're blending your foundation into your neck as well so that it's matching the color of your face, and don't forget about those ears, they're important too. After foundation, I like to start contouring. I'm going to be using NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Medium/Tan. It has a highlighter side and a contour side. I'm only using the contour side of the stick because for highlighting I like to use just a regular concealer. And what I'm doing with the contour stick is I'm basically going to be creating a number 3 going from my forehead to my cheek and then down to the jawline. After completing both sides of my face, like I said earlier, I'm going to be highlighting the high points of my face and parts of my face that need brightening with a concealer. I'm going to be using COLOURPOP's No Filter Concealer in the shade Beige 25, and I'll be placing that underneath my eyes, the corners of my nose, my chin, and my forehead, and on any blemishes that I may have. This concealer does oxidize, that's why I tend to use a shade that is 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. That way, when it's blended, it'll dry to 1 shade lighter than your skin tone, which is what you want in your concealer. After placing all of my contour, I'm going to be taking a crown brush and using that to buff out the contour so that you don't have lines just sitting on your face. I typically will continue buffing out the contour lines until it starts giving off that shadow-like effect on my face. Creating those shadows really help shape your face. As you're buffing, I like to include my ears because it's visible, and if you just have contour stopped right at your ear, I think it'll look a little silly. And then with my forehead, I will blend that into my hairline as well. Then to blend out the concealer, I like to just take a beauty sponge. It's just easy and gets the job done. And then to lock all of that into place, I'm going to be taking my NYX HD Finishing Powder in Translucent with a Real Techniques buffing brush and applying that to everywhere that I used concealer and places that will crease. And sorry for all the rattling and running around, that's just my cats being cats. Moving on, I'm going to be taking ColourPop's Precision Pencil in the shade Bangin Brunette to shape the brows. Honestly, brows are my least favorite, so I will usually just brush the hairs out, figure out where to start the brow, and then follow my natural brow shape, and then fill it in. Yeah, I know, kinda lame, but that's just what I do. But to fill in my brows, I'm going to be using SKONE Cosmetics Brow Wand in the shade Chocolate, and I always just start from the tail and work my way in using lighter pressure as I do so. And after you're done filling in your brow, of course you're going to want to go in with your spoolie to blend it out and make it look more natural, and finish it off with a brow gel. I'll be using ColourPop's Brow Boss Gel in the shade Clear. Brow gels really help with keeping your hairs in place. It comes in very handy if you have bushy, crazy eyebrows. Unless you like your eyebrows like that, that's fine too. After applying the brow gel, I like to just go back in with the spoolie one more time to get those hairs exactly where I want them. After brows, I like to move into my eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the ZULU by JUVIA'S Place. This palette is so beautiful and so pigmented. If you have one of these palettes, you know what I'm talking about. To start out, I'm going to be using a LUXIE 2for9 brush and using the fluffy side to add this orange to my crease. I like to use windshield wiper motions and circular motions. Circular motions really help with blending. Next, I'm going to be taking my BH number 5 blending brush from the Pink Dot collection and dipping into the matte pink shade from the ZULU palette and placing that just underneath where I have the orange. And again, I'm going to be using windshield wiper motions. After applying the pink, I'm going to be taking a clean, fluffy brush and going in with circular motions to blend the orange and pink together. I believe I got my brush in an Ipsy bag, and it is a Tarte brush. The next shade that we're going to be adding to this eye look is going to be the purple shade. Before applying the purple, I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow base using the BH number 6 brush from the Dot collection. Doing this will give you a nice clean base and will also give your eyeshadow something to cling to, and the color payout will be much better. I'm taking the eyeshadow base to the center of my eyelids, which is basically underneath where you applied your pink. And then after you're done with that, you can go ahead and start applying your purple shade. I'm going to be dipping into that purple with a shader brush by LUXIE. I don't remember which one this is, but I will have it linked below as always. Anyway, I'm just going to take the purple and pack it onto where I have that eyeshadow base. And once you have your purple as dark or as light as you like, you're going to want to go back in with the pink shade right above that purple so that that line isn't so harsh, and to add just a little bit more pink. And then back into your clean, fluffy brush to blend it all together. lash line, I'm going to be taking a Luxie 141 pencil brush, dipping into the orange shade that we used on the upper lid and applying that to the lower lash line, and then you're going to take the same pink shade, doing the same but closer to the waterline. And to give your eye a little more oomph, we're going to highlight the inner corner using the champagne pink shade from the ZULU palette. Here I'm just using the number 7 brush from the BH collection. And our eyeshadow is finally complete, and we'll be moving on to eyeliner. I'm using CIATE's Fierce Flicks Felt Tip Eyeliner. I am going to be doing a wing in this look. I start by aligning the upper lash line, and then to get the wing started, I follow the shape of my lower lash line and take it out as far as I want my wing to be that day. And then from there, I will connect it to my upper lash line and then just fill it in. Don't be afraid to take your time because winged liner is so hard, at least for me personally. It takes me a good 5 minutes after making the wing to clean it up. After eyeliner, it's time for eyelashes. This routine for me is always the same. If you've seen my other videos, you're probably sick of me explaining it to you, but I'm going to do it one more time because this footage is actually pretty good compared to the other video. So to start, I go in with mascara to create a base for the falsies to sit on, and then I'm just taking some lash adhesive and applying it to the false lash, which of course you cut to your eye shape already. Give that adhesive like 20 to 30 seconds to get a little tacky, and then apply it to your upper lid. I use a small compact mirror right under my face so that I can see where I'm setting the falsies down. And then I'm just going to take the back of my tweezers to press my real lashes into the falsies to blend them together. If you have longer lashes, unlike me, you should use mascara. So my eyes are done, and I'll move on to complexion. I'm going to start by bronzing my face. This is BH Cosmetics Satin Bronzer in the shade Tropical Tan, and I'm going to be using an angled blush brush to apply this. Clearly I know it's a blush brush, but I like to use it for bronzer. Bronzer is amazing for adding color back to your face. I live in Alaska and it's winter time. I haven't been getting a lot of sun, so I needs it. I apply bronzer in the same place that I would apply contour: the forehead, cheekbones, jawline, and of course you can't forget your neck. And to bring a little more color to your face, we're going to go in with blush. I'm using my BH Cosmetics Blush to Go palette. I'm going to be taking the shade on the bottom right hand corner with a fluffy Real Techniques brush and applying that to the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to take my number 2 powder brush from the BH Cosmetics collection and quickly buff everything together so that it sits nicely on my skin. Time to glow! I'm going to be taking the Blacklight highlighter palette from BH Cosmetics, and I am going to be using the shade Electra to highlight underneath my brow to give it a little bit of a lift. I'm going to take the shade On Point. It's a purpley pink shade, so I feel like it ties into the eye look perfect. I'm going to place that right into the center of my nose and then the tip of my nose, blending it with my finger. And then I'm going to take my LUXIE 660 brush to highlight my cheeks. I'm still using the shade On Point for my cheeks, but I just wanted to show you how I apply my highlighter. I apply it on the high points of my cheek, taking it all the way up to my temple. And just for a little extra glow, I like to apply highlighter to my Cupid's bow, a little bit more to the tip of my nose, and then a tiny bit on my chin and forehead. We're almost there. Next is the lip color. I'm going to be using Candy K by KYLIE Cosmetics. I'm going to first start with the lip liner. It's pretty self-explanatory. You'll line your lips with it. After you've lined your lips, you're going to go in with the matte liquid lipstick and just fill it in. And finally, to lock all that hard work in, you're just going to take a setting spray and set your face. I'm using NYX Dewy Finishing Spray. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed watching, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave me some comments in the comment section below telling me what you think or if it's something you're going to try. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Bye! Leave me a comment down below. Leave me comments down in the comment section below if you want to. Oh, you know I didn't forget your cat cameo. You're welcome.